Welcome to the Rundown, Thursday, June 23rd edition. A lot of games going on around the Futures League. One had extra inning heroics. Let's check out what happened around the Futures League on Thursday.
Fans paid for 9 innings, but instead got 14 out in Bristol as the Bravehearts and the Blues needed all 14 to figure out a winner. Worcester came out on top 2-1, ending the game on this 4-6-3 double play in the bottom of the 14th. The game was knotted at 1 until Chad Miller out of St. Leo scored on this wild pitch in the top of the 14th inning. The two starters, St. Thomas Aquinas pitcher Frankie Mascatiello, went 5 innings, giving up only 2 hits, no runs, and striking out 4 for Worcester, and Babson's Teddy Carey went 6 innings, giving up 0 and striking out 3 for Bristol. Taylor Williams out of Xavier followed Mascatiello with 4 scoreless, surrendering only 1 hit. Mike Krieger out of LIU Brooklyn was an absolute stud out of the pen for Bristol, going 3 2/3, surrendering only 1 hit and striking out 5 in the loss. Danny Barlock out of Holy Cross ended up with the W after 1 2/3 innings with no runs, 1 hit, and 2 Ks. The Martha's Vineyard Sharks are suddenly on a 2-game winning streak behind a strong pitching performance by the Boston College Eagle Jack Nelson. Nelson picked up the win by going 7 innings, allowing 3 runs and tying the 2016 single-game strikeout record at 11 in this one, folks. Jake Farrell out of Northeastern had 2 hits, including a double, as well as 2 RBIs to lead the Sharks to victory. Salem State's McDaniel Singleton had 1 RBI on 3 hits, including this RBI single back in the 3rd for North Shore. The Seacoast Mavericks moved into first place in the East Division with their 5-4 win over Wachusett on Thursday night. Elias Macias out of St. Charles had a pinch hit 2-run home run in the 7th to give the Mavericks the lead. Starting pitcher Tyler Beck from Pasco Hernando went 6 strong, surrendering 2 while striking out 5. For Wachusett, Nashawn Galbraith out of Elon went 4 innings of relief in the loss, striking out 9. Pretty unreal. The Brockton Rocks put on an absolute clinic out in Nashua, defeating the Silver Knights 17-1. Notre Dame's Eric Feliz had 4 hits, scored 2 runs, and had 4 RBIs in the game as the entire Rocks team combined for 19 hits in total. Bryce Tucker out of UCF went 5 innings, giving up only 1 earned and striking out 4.
Now it's time for the Futures League Pitcher and Player of the Night, brought to you by On Deck Sports, the official sponsor of the Futures League.
The On Deck Sports Pitcher of the Night goes to Bristol's Mike Krieger out of LIU Brooklyn, who went 3 2/3 innings out of the pen, surrendering only 1 hit, no runs, and striking out 5 in the loss to the Bravehearts. The On Deck Sports Player of the Night goes to Brockton's Eric Feliz out of the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Feliz had 4 RBIs on 4 hits and 2 runs to round out his day for the Rocks, defeating the Silver Knights. Here's a look at your Western Division standings. Worcester grabs a big W in Bristol to get to 12-5. Bristol does fall to 10-8. Pittsfield gets the night off. They stay at 9-9. Wachusett falls. They're at 7-12. And Torrington rests the day. They'll stay at 7-11. The East has a new leader, and it's the Seacoast Mavericks, winning 10 of their last 11 at 13-6. Nashua is a game back at 12-6. Brockton is even at 500, 10-10. Martha's Vineyard's on a 2-game winning streak at 7-12, and North Shore loses its first in 6 games. They're at 6-13. On deck for the Futures League on Friday, the Dirt Dogs host the Bravehearts out in Wachusett. The Rocks have Fireworks Friday out in Brockton against the Mavericks. The Titans will host the Nashua Silver Knights out in Torrington. Pittsfield Suns will head home for some fireworks as well to face the Bristol Blues. And the Navigators have some fireworks to offer too, as they challenge the Sharks for the 2nd night in a row.
And that's all we have for you here today on The Rundown. Join us tomorrow, Friday, June 24th, for another edition of the Futures League Rundown. I'm TJ Hartnett. We'll see you around.